Well, howdy, everybody. Teresa here, and
Weatherman Brad.
it is August 6th, 2016, Saturday afternoon. It is 12:33 p.m. And what is the weather like, Mr. Heide?
The weather in PANACEA, Wyoming. PANACEA, Florida. Didn't realize that Wyoming has coastal towns.
Wow.
Yeah, in PANACEA, Florida, is at currently 82 degrees, a high today of 86, a low of 77, real feel of 95, and according to the long-range forecast, it looks like it's supposed to rain for the rest of our life.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Sitting here on the couch with Nixie's on the couch with me, and Missy's on the couch with me. Nixie is the giant schnauzer, Missy is my dachshund. And they're both girls are on the couch with me right now, being so cute. Charlie's at my feet, laying down. He got displaced. He doesn't have his couch right now because the girls wanted some time on the couch. And then CJ, the beagle, is in the passenger seat here, right up front here. And then Brad is in his chair, right here. And the two cats are back on the bed.
Now that we've taken roll call.
Yeah, now we're taking roll call for everybody all happy and sassy. Yesterday we did take our customary naps. Big surprise there, right? We did go into town and get our prescription. Or get my prescriptions. I had 3 of them that were filled. Then we took naps. I told you guys I was frogging that blanket, or that mermaid tail blanket I had started. And I worked on that. You have to realize this is only the front panel. There's going to be 2 panels, the front panel and the back panel, to make this the proper size. But this is just the front panel so far. But I'm much, much happier with this closer weave. And that's just the difference that the Sinwood makes. This is just the very top. This will actually be folded over to make a nice cuff on the blanket for the top of it. So yeah, I'm just working on the first preliminary color, and then because this will be folded over to about here. All the way around, so it'll make a nice finished edge, a little bit thicker. And then this I'm going to have. I'm not going to tell you guys what I'm doing with it yet. But I'm getting ready. Let's see. I gotta look. I'm doing my count. I have 11 more rows of the purple, the solid purple to do, and then I'll break into doing the variegated with the purple. So, which will be very pretty. So working on that. And like I said, that's just the front panel. I got the whole back panel that I have to do too. But yeah, it's coming along. Brad bought an inexpensive box of corn dogs for us to have yesterday for lunch. Because what's been happening is, if you're out running errands, you get back and you need to eat something, but you don't want. We don't want to do any fast food because it just is not sitting well with us. First of all, it's expensive. It's not good for you. It doesn't sit well with us. Especially Brad, it makes him so sick to his stomach. One of us is going to get really sick to our stomach, if not both of us. And so we're just not doing it anymore. And so he bought an inexpensive box of corn dogs, and we just cooked them here at home, and that went fine. It was much. And then for dinner, I made egg rolls.
Yes.
I made homemade egg rolls last night. I did. Well, I'm going to say we made them because Brad cooked the filling. He used shredded coleslaw, which was just mainly cabbage, and some shredded carrots and a can of mushroom. Yes, we're doing canned mushroom because they're cheaper and they keep better for us here in the motorhome. And an onion, and then spices and soy sauce. a little bit of hamburger, a little bit of sausage. Sausage really gives a nice flavor. He cooks all that till the cabbage and all the vegetables are done, and the meat, of course, is all the way cooked. And then I roll it with the egg roll wrappers, and then we use an electric skillet, and we basically dry fry them. We spray the tops with what will be the equivalent of your Pam cooking spray, and then we turn them and stuff, and it's one of our favorite dishes. And then Brad cooked some rice with it, and we never use instant rice. We hate it. We just use the long green.
First time I ever had instant rice, I think, was down at your parents' house.
Yeah, and we are not a fan of instant rice at all. I know a lot of people like it, we just don't. So anyway, made those last night, and they were very good. And in fact, we just ate the rest of them for lunch here with some green beans. And we watched the opening ceremony of the Olympics. I was not a fan of... I really liked how they were doing the opening, but then I think all the flashing lights and stuff went on too long, and then we went into the whole rainforest thing, and I was just kind of got lost, and I was frankly getting very bored. But we watched it long enough to watch USA come on in.
That was cool.
So, and I always watch that, and now we've been watching today's some of the bicycle races and the swimming. So, it's just a tradition with us that we watch bits and pieces of the Olympics. I remember the Olympics were going on the winter that we met, that we started dating and stuff. The Olympics were going on. I remember being over at your mom's apartment, and the Olympics were going on.
Yep.
So, it just kind of brings back fond memories. I mean, and I know a lot of people were really surprised that that golf is now a part of the Olympics, and maybe a lot of people missed that golf used to be a part of the Olympics in the year 1900, and in 1904 was the last year, and so it's not a new sport that you're bringing back. They're that's being added on. They're reinstating it. So I'm not a fan of golf, but a lot of people are, and I thought, well, how's it really any different than, I know some people are really objecting to it, how's it really any different than ping pong, ribbon dancing, curling, so many other sports. So, who's to judge?
Yeah.
Each to their own, I feel.
Uh-huh.
So then today we just been doing the normal. I plan on sitting here and working on this blanket like a crazy girl, as I am.
Yes,
I'm writing down my pattern, because I'm actually creating this pattern as I go. That's how I was able to tell you guys how many more rows I was doing, because I'm actually sitting down and creating this pattern. I have to make sure that I write down exactly what I'm doing, which I normally don't do, but since this is the front panel, and I have to create a back panel that matches stitch by stitch. I mean, if I start decreasing, I have to start decreasing at the same row on the back panel to be able to sew these together and have them match.
That is very, very true.
Yeah, so that's why I'm really, really paying attention to how many rows I'm doing of this before I switch to a different stitch and stuff. There will be a couple of different stitches to create this pattern and stuff. So yeah. So.
And that's why you're the loomer and I'm not.
Yeah, but that's why you're a woodworker. You make designs. You make your own designs and patterns with woodworking.
Yep, that's what I wanna. That's why I wanted to get out the Dremel tool, because I wanted to cut out the side panels on that birdhouse.
He's making some decorative birdhouses and designing them and stuff. So yeah, that's what he's going to be doing.
Out of popsicles. Oh no, they're not popsicle sticks. They're craft sticks.
Oh, okay, craft stick.
Yeah.
Popsicle stick. whatever you want to call them. They're
Yeah.
sticks. But anyway, it's just a decorative, pretty thing. So, you know, couldn't actually, it won't actually be big enough for a bird to actually live in.
No.
I told him we ought to design and create some lizard condos. We have a lot of lizard condos here, or lizards here.
Yeah.
We anyway watching lizards.
It's funny watching the dogs, the two big dogs. You know, we got one that's about 45 pounds, and we got another dog that's 140 pounds, and watching them dive after a lizard. And
oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, they're just crazy. Oh, last night, I'm sitting here working away, you know, and I started watching a new series on Netflix. It was called Call a Midwife, and it's about set back in the 1900s in England about midwife, you know, and the cases that they had and stuff. Anyway, I'm sitting here looming away, watching that, happy as can be. It's later at night. I feel something drop on my shoulder. And I turn and I look. It is the biggest dang cockroach. It was so gross.
Dang cockroach.
And I kind of let out a little scream and flicked it off me. And of course, then it landed on the mastiff, so I had to save him. So there was a blanket right there by me, so I kind of, you know, balled up the blanket around the critter and handed it off to Brad, and he
launched it out the
door. But I know they're harmless and stuff, but I'm not used to having such. I mean, yeah, the bugs are a lot bigger here, but it was so big. It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have put a saddle on the thing and rode it, you know. But so Brad's got to spray around the outside of the motorhome again because, you know, there's been a few that have come in now. So, you know.
Yeah, and from Wyoming, there's not a whole lot of cockroaches in Wyoming.
No, and like I said, the dragonflies and bees and stuff, and spiders and stuff, they're a whole lot bigger than we're used to. I mean, they really don't freak me out. I was pretty prepared for that there was going to be a lot bigger insect population and they were going to be larger. But everybody has some kind of an insect they just, like I hate grasshoppers with a passion.
They're cute.
Grasshoppers and slugs are just so nasty, and I don't like grasshoppers. You never know which way they're going to jump, and they're kind of sticky. And slugs are just nasty. And then those cockroaches. Ugh. I'll take a spider over a cockroach any old day. You know. Brad knows I don't usually ever scream or anything. If I have a spider, I just smuck and then wipe off the guts off the wall.
Yeah.
You know. But you know, it hasn't been too bad, and Brad's been spraying and stuff, so have to be careful what we spray around the critters, of course. You know, but yeah, I'm just gonna be working on that blanket and watching some Netflix and TV, and we're going to make out a month-long menu here in a few moments. Brad's got out the calendar his mom had gotten us from Hawaii to do that with, and that's about it. Don't you think, hon?
Yep, like I said, I want to cut the roof panels or the side panels on that. You're making a decorative birdhouse out of popsicle sticks.
Yeah.
And then, are you going to paint it?
I didn't say I was going to paint it.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what we discussed.
Well, I'm not going to paint it until I get this order done with the mermaid tail blanket.
I agree.
And then I need to get some other standard paintings done.
Okay.
And then I will. Okay.
You may.
So I mean, you can just don't watch it, buddy. I need to get some other paintings done because I've sold a number of paintings.
Yeah.
So I need to kind of replenish those on Etsy. You know, plus I need to paint just for my own sanity.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to paint until I get this blanket done. You know how I am. I have an order. I'm going to sit there and do my order until they are all completed and stuff. So, you know,
Yeah.
Especially when I know this is for a little girl's birthday. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't want that to be late or anything.
No.
You know, I take that pretty seriously.
Yeah. Yes, you
So,
do.
but no, what I was going to say is just keep building them. If you build them, they will be painted. Okay?
Okay.
You know, it won't take me hardly any time to paint them. And we're going to have to talk about if you're going to do a base coat of a different color on.
Yeah.
Because I got some ideas. See, my wheels are already spinning. Just now, did you see them start spinning?
I heard the grinding.
I just started seeing some sunsets and some mountain scenes and some floral scenes, and I got about 5 or 6 different things I could do on birdhouses.
Okay.
But we would have to do a base painting of white on these before I could do that. Okay. Do you guys all see how that happened? Did you see how those wheels start turning in the creative process? I mean, I got one part over here that's about the mermaid blanket and designing that pattern. And then I got this one over here that was about the paintings I want to do on canvas. And then up here is all the stuff I just came to my mind about painting these birdhouses and all the different cool scenes I could do on it. I got some cool ideas. I just got another one that popped up in my head. It just boom, right there, popped up. Yeah, flowing like the lava. Yeah. See, that could be cool too.
Yes.
Kind of a tie-dye thing, or kind of a lava flowing, changing into different colors and pigments and stuff. So, oh yeah, it's all there. It's all there, honey. Once I get an idea for a painting or something I'm making, I don't have to put that down. I don't have to put the idea down on paper. Once I design a pattern or something, I do. But like for paintings, it just stays up there. Now, don't ask me what we had last week for dinner, but and I've only had about 4 sips of coffee so far.
Oh, yeah.
This is what it is, people. See what he lives with? Oh, and he already got a whole bunch of songs I made up. I made up a song about Charlie. I made up a song about Missy and Nixie and stuff. And I was singing them, and I didn't even have my dentures in yet. So that's really funny. I was still in my pajamas and my hair not combed. And he just looked at me and started laughing. He just couldn't take me seriously. And then he was just like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That actually happens quite a bit.
What?
That I just look and say, wow.
I know. But you like my songs.
I do.
Or Rhyme Time. I won on Rhyme Time yesterday, too, in the car. He finally said he gave up. You know, because I just am the master of Rhyme Time. Yes, see? Shiny little objects I dropped off my desk. Sorry. My rolling desk, evidently. Come on, honey.
No.
What?
No.
You guys know I'm happiest when I'm creating and I'm busy, so that's why I'm happy. You know, I don't do well with not being busy. Then that's when I get time to think about other stuff too much and I get sad, so. And I'm charging my Fitbit right now, and then I'm going to change the cover. I know y'all want to know this, to the little paw prints. You got anything else to say for yourself?
No.
Are you going to go fishing ever?
Probably. I was thinking about going tonight.
I'm not. I already told you I'm not fishing until this order's done.
Yep.
I can't do it.
Yep, I'll probably go tonight.
You know?
Yeah.
The dog's committing suicide here. We don't let our dachshund jump off of stuff because she's old enough now. I worry about her back, you know, because that's a big problem with dachshunds, as you all know, and stuff. So we always help her. And she's got Brad's number. She does. She has him totally wrapped around her little paw. He now carries her usually a lot of times down the steps to go outside. He carries her back up the steps. He carries her to bed. He takes her off the bed. Mainly, any time that she looks at him and she'll stop. And she doesn't do it to me, but with him. She'll stop right where she is and wait until he picks her up. So, yeah, somebody's got your number. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, since Brad's not talking.
Well, That's so friggin' rude.
Thanks.
Yeah, that is so rude.
I'm sorry. I wasn't
No.
trying to be rude.
No, I'm kidding. No, don't put the sad face on. Yep, don't put the sad face on. But, yeah. Yeah, even catching hardhead catfish is, at least it's catching fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're out.
Yeah, and I'm so disappointed. I spent all that time working on this reel, and it works great except for the drag. I can't get the drag to work.
Well, that's not good.
I know, and it has to do with this spool right here.
He's having a heck of a time with, like I said, we bought a new, and no, it was a cheap one, okay? I know it was. You know, but it's what we could afford. But usually Shakespeare's a really good name. And I think we paid like $18 for it at Walmart.
Yeah.
What kind of? It was just a bigger one. I don't know how big it was.
It was medium to heavyweight pole.
Medium to heavyweight pole. Well, now the reel has stopped working. He's taking it completely apart and stuff. He's doing everything he's supposed to do. Yes, he bought some WD-40 and stuff, and nothing. And then he's taking apart an old reel that he had, and he got it where it's working great, except for you can't adjust the drag at all.
Yeah.
You know, so that doesn't do him any good. So.
And I found a couple places that you can buy spools. Yeah.
Well, maybe you can look on eBay. Maybe we can find something really cheap.
$12.
Is it worth it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you can order it or put it in a cart.
They haven't. I bought this when I was like 16 years old, and it's one of those.
Can we finish talking about this?
Yes.
You can, if you find one, you can put it in a carton and, you know.
Okay.
Or you can even just do it all yourself.
Okay. No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Anyway. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here and feed him.
Ooh.
And then we're gonna make out the menu while I get to work.
Sounds good.
Okay. The month-long menu.
Yep. Sounds like a plan.
Anyway, I love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship, and I hope you guys are having a great Saturday. And I think you guys are awesome. And I will later on tonight be answering comments and stuff that I haven't got to yet. So, I will talk to you guys later. Say bye, Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.